Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, traders and investors. Good to see every one of you here. My name is Alex from MarketWise Asia. Thank you so much for being here and being on time today. Today it is as usual a Friday evening, 21st of October 2022, and we are heading into the long weekend. So Monday is Deepavali, okay? So I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday evening, and if you can hear me loud and clear, please say a hi to me in the comments or in the chat box. This streaming is broadcasted to both Facebook and also on YouTube as well. As usual, I'm very friendly. I won't bite. Just say a hi to me. Give me a like, share, or comment. Doesn't matter. Just say a hi to me in the chat. Okay, so let me take a look at the comments right now. All right, so good evening, Dave, Wei Lun, Po King, Mary, Chun Lai, Yuan Lan, Kenny, Mark, SJ, Adeline, Xiacha, Vetu, Karine, okay, hi Brick147 from YouTube, okay, SPLW, all right, so just give me a like, share, or comment, okay, liking is free, doesn't cost you money, but it does tell Facebook and also YouTube that you want to see more of MarketWise Asia content in the future, because if you don't engage with me, all right, Facebook and YouTube think that you don't like our content, okay, and also, no, just entertain me lah, okay. Or else it feels like I'm just talking to myself. All right, it feels like I'm just talking to myself. I really, treat you guys, as friend. Okay, so just engage with me. You want to give me angry face, I'm fine as well. Okay, Chloe, Pei Wen, Dawn, Henry, Joking, good to see every one of you here. Okay, so how you guys doing, man? And by the way, I know there are people who are just joining MarketWise Asia, I think recently because of the Market Insights Virtual Summit. And if this is the first time, you are seeing me or joining my Facebook Live, all right, just type number 1 in the comment. If this is your first time joining me, okay, watching my Facebook Live on the market updates on such, right, just type 1 in the comment so that I know you are new to MarketWise Asia and also my Facebook Live as well. So just want to warmly welcome you. Okay, just type 1. Hello, Wayne, good to see you. All right, so thank you so much. Well, let me just share my screen right now. Okay, so I believe you guys can see my screen, right? So as usual, a disclaimer first, okay? Whatever I share today is just for education and information purpose. It is not a recommendation to tell you what to buy or what to sell. My opinion doesn't mean that I'm right, so please do your own due diligence, okay? So we are just starting only. Now it's 11:34 p.m. The night is still young, so I try to finish it within 1 hour or so, I hope so. And right now we have about 100 people in the room, okay, both from YouTube and also on Facebook as well. Okay, so before I kickstart this session, just a few announcements to make also. And if you guys already know, just please bear with me for another 5 to 10 minutes, okay? So we have, of course, this Market Insights Virtual Summit that is coming up. Hello, Avery, okay, watching from Germany. Okay, guten Tag, man, guten Tag. Okay, all right, so Avery watching from Germany. So Market Insights Virtual Summit, okay, quite stoked to let you know that it is coming up next week on the weekend. All right, this is the Market Insights Virtual Summit, okay. So if you are new to MarketWise Asia, or if somebody just ask you to watch this Facebook Live or YouTube stream and you're new to us, Market Insights Virtual Summit, okay, it's coming up next weekend. All right, just head to the link in the chat and you see this site over here. Just click on register free, all right, and you are good to go. First name, email, and mobile, you are good to go. And we have, of course, many wonderful speakers that's going to share with you their insights, their market outlook, and of course, their trading strategies and knowledge as well. Of course, Tom Basso, the keynote speakers, okay, is one of the original market wizards and also the former hedge fund. Okay, so of course, if you register now, just register, stay in our mailing list until the end of the summit, okay? You stand a chance to win a 3-day, 2-night Batam getaway that's worth about $700. The Alpha Stock Blueprint by Royston is going to worth $497, and 3 Grab vouchers that's worth $50 each. And not only that, you get access to this additional bonus material. That is this ultimate ETF trading cheat sheet plus the bonus training video. Okay, so I believe if you guys have already registered, you should see this ETF already. All right, so this is the ETF that you'll be getting. Okay, so you get access to about 250 main ETF. Okay, in the United States. Okay, in the US there are about 3,000 ETF, but not all are important. I only compile and curate the most important ones, and they are also divided into sectors, industry, thematics. Okay, and also the indices, bonds, the fixed income, countries, commodities, currencies, styles, and such. And all in all, there are about 250 main ETF out there. And not only that, you get access to this training video over here. Okay, so once you register for this event, check your email. You should be able to receive this in the inbox. Okay, so check the link, and after you download this PDF, please watch the video to understand how to use this cheat sheet to the best advantage. Okay, so this is important. All right, so and also we have this Telegram channel and also YouTube channel as well. So I'll post the link in the comments. So the Telegram channel, I think, is extremely important also because a lot of time some of the things I posted are pretty time sensitive. I can't be sending you an email or post on Facebook. A lot of time Facebook, right, I can't reach to a lot of MarketWise Asia people like you, because nowadays the organic reach for Facebook is very, very little. Even if I posted, you might not be able to see it on your feed also. But at least I know that on the Telegram channel, I posted there, it is there. It is up to you to see whether you're going to read my messages or not. Okay, so this is the Telegram channel over here. Right now, we have nearly about 5,400 subscribers over here. The reason why I say it is pretty important, it is because sometimes I give you up to date the market news and also my analysis. Like for example, over here, this was on October 18. October 18, it is on the Tuesday, 11:16 p.m. I say that the US indices don't look right to me. Okay, while the S&P and the Nasdaq open super bullish. Okay, the crypto market barely rally, which I mentioned that sometimes a co-relationship, okay, between the crypto and also the indices, and a lot of time the crypto market do lead, okay, the equities market as well. And I also mentioned that the Vivix versus the VIX now has a clear divergence with the S&P 500. So be careful if you have long position. Okay, of course I could be wrong, but okay, in hindsight right now, okay, it proved to me that it is right, because if you look at the chart right now, this is the S&P 500 over here, daily chart. Okay, this is S&P 500 futures over here. So it was at this point in time, the 18, okay, 18 over here. It was pretty bullish. Okay, previously the day before, it was super bullish. Second day running, it was super bullish. So as I mentioned, right, the market actually something is not right. Like as I mentioned, the crypto and such, right? So actually, I messaged a friend. Okay, I'm not sure whether he's here or not. I thought that, hey, something is not right. So I actually did a itchy trade. Okay, because there wasn't a signal to go short, but in fact, I just shorted the SPY, S&P 500 ETF over here. So on that day itself, this is the SPY. Later I'll go through that. Okay, I'm just ahead of my time right now. I'm just showing you what I did over here. So I shorted somewhere around here. Okay, and I just played my stop somewhere around here. And actually, in today when the market opened, I actually take profit lah. Okay, so yeah, some small profit over here because it's not my usual style, because I did not have a trigger. It's just based on the market internals and such. Okay, all right. So yeah, so then you realize that, hey, I'm not a permanent bear or not a permanent bull. Okay, I can go long and go short either way. Okay, so this was some of the things that I let you know that some updates lah. Okay, you should really just subscribe to the Telegram channel. And if you don't have the Telegram channel, okay, just go to the App Store and download it. It is just like WhatsApp. Very simple. Okay, once again, I post the link in the comments over here. YouTube and Telegram channel. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. All right, fantastic. Okay, so yeah, and of course, we are somewhere, the earnings season, it is here again. Okay, so I'm not sure where do you guys get your earnings data and calendar and such? I know there is Zax and also the Earning Whisper, but somehow I just prefer the Zax.com earning calendar over here. So I'll post the link in the comments also. Okay, so oops, it is over here. All right, so you can see that, based on the timetable or the calendar, 16, 17, 18, today is 21st. Okay, then next week you can see who are the ones that are having earnings coming up right now. Of course, Netflix. Okay, they have better. They beat the expectation. Okay, they've increased, I think, about how many, one or 2 million more subscribers. I forget already, but it is better. Okay, so we can take a look over here, and of course Netflix, just search. Okay, Netflix NFLX. Okay, just search. Okay, so on this earnings day. Okay, after that gap up. All right, so just to let you know, in the coming week, there are quite a number of big names coming up that's going to release their earnings. Okay, so we have 25th. It is on the Tuesday. 25th on the Tuesday. 25th on the Tuesday. All right. Market cap, let's sort it out. All right, so it's can you see Microsoft? Let me try to zoom in. Okay, right, can you see? So Microsoft, Google, all right, Visa. So all these, Coca-Cola, are after market close. AMC means after market close. BMO, before market open. Okay, before market open. So these are the ones that is due to release their earnings. All right, so if you're holding some swing trade or what, be careful. It can swing either way. Microsoft, Google, Visa, and on the 26th, I think on Thursday, okay, Meta is going to release their earnings. Meta is actually Facebook, okay? It's actually Facebook, all right? And then on the 27th, all right, Apple, Amazon, Intel, and MasterCard, it is going to release their earnings as well. 27th is on a Thursday. So yeah, you realize that all these are very big names. They are like the indices, big companies that is going to affect their weightage. Okay, I mean, their earnings, the prices will affect the index as well, because they carry a lot of weight on the S&P 500 and also the NASDAQ as well. Yi Yang, hey, good evening. Okay, good to see you over here. All right, so yeah, another one will show you is this. Okay, so the index weightage for individual stocks. Okay, I think I mentioned this before previously also. Okay, I think it has been quite a while. So it is from the sleekcharts.com. All right, it's a pretty sleek. Yeah, it's pretty sleek. It's pretty sleek. So a lot of data also over here. Okay, so you can see the components and such. So the one that I'm more interested to let you know is this. Okay, the component of S&P 500. Okay, and realize that Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, all these carries a lot of weight. Apple itself, S&P 500, it already carry about 7%. Okay, weightage. Microsoft about 6%. Amazon 3%. There's a lot. That's quite a lot. Okay, they'll affect the whole indices, whether they move up or down. So if everything is okay, okay, just type okay in the comments. Just type okay in the comments. So you guys know that next week, important earnings that is coming up that could make or break, okay, the indices. All right. So as of now, all right. So how many of you are actually, based on current the market it is doing now, are you still bullish or bearish on the market or not? Bullish or bearish? If bull, just type bull. If bear, just type bear. All right, within the next, okay, we need the next 1 or 2 weeks, okay, within the next 1 or 2 weeks. Are you still bull or bear? All right, based on the current sentiment right now and the chart right now. So far today, it is pretty bullish right now. Pretty bullish right now. Today is a green candle. All right, today is a green candle. All right. Bushan say bear, Richira say bear, Henry Boo, Koi say bear, Kwang Ming say nowhere, Forest say bear, sideways bull bear. Right now it is still pretty mixed. Okay, cool. All right, so and another thing I want to share with you guys. Okay, I'll later go through my opinion and some of my analysis for the indices and some of the charts over here. Mary say bear, Ching Sing say bear. Okay, so prior to that, okay, I think is it Mark or who asked me about this shelter CPI, because I think is it last week or so. Okay, the CPI data came out, right? So the core inflation actually went up 6%, 6.6% year on year, right? Right, consensus was 6.5%. All right, the August rate was 6.3%, so it increases. Okay, although the main inflation, as in the normal CPI data, drops, I think dropped 0.1% to 8.2%, but the core inflation went up quite a bit. So that's what spooked the market, right? So I think, is it Mark or what? Okay, ask me about whether there's some indication of the shelter CPI and such. But after I did some data, right, actually this shelter CPI is actually lagging now. Okay, you should know. Okay, real estate, rental, all this, the data is definitely lagging. It takes months to compile all this data, and property is not so liquid as well. Okay, and we have this Zillow or Zillow, don't know how to pronounce that, Zillow Observed Rental Index. Okay, that is basically the rental asking price over here. Okay, yeah, Young said US housing market rental drop. Shelter is a lagging indicator. That's right. So it is a lagging indicator. Just type lag in the comments. Okay, just entertain me a bit. Just type lag in the comments. So right now we have about 200 people in the room from YouTube and also on Facebook as well. Give me a like, share, or comment. Okay, at any point in time, if you think that I'm giving value, you like my content, if you think that what I'm sharing is fantastic, just give me a like. Liking is free, doesn't cost you money. Okay, and as usual, entertain me a bit lah, or else I'm like just talking to myself. Maybe the neighbor outside can hear me. I mean, I always feel that at night time, I think I'm speaking quite loudly. By the way, the way I project my voice, I think I said before, it's not my usual kind of voice. In order to not sound lethargic, I need to project my voice to sound energetic. Or else the way I talk, if I talk normally, it's like, like that lor, this that, it be very soft one. So I need to project my voice, and I think that the neighbor beside me can hear me. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yes, so this rental asking price over here. Okay, so you have, I think I mentioned this micro me before, but again, this is also one of the data site over here. So I post the link in the comments, so you guys can and take a look over here. Okay, so this is the micro, the US CPI rent versus the Zillow rent index. And it says that, okay, the Zillow rent index annual growth rate usually leads the CPI by 4 to 5 months. 4 to 5 months. Okay. So yeah, and rent price, okay, the core inflation, okay, shelter rent constitute the highest weightage for the core inflation. So it leads by 4 to 5 months. And you can see that this red line over here, this red chart over here, it is actually starting to slope down, going down already. Okay, which means that within the next few months or so, okay, I believe, okay, based on some people's study and such, right, by January or so, okay, in like a few months, the core inflation should come down as well. The core inflation should come down. So this one eventually within the next few months, okay, should come down as well. And of course, you can see that previously not so clear cut over here. You can see that the Zillow come down a little bit, and then the shelter also come down. Okay, after that come down a little bit, then also come down. So it will take some time to reflect. So which means that the inflation right now, I think, okay, again, based on what I see in the chart and all these commodities, all these are coming down. All right, and then the I mentioned before, this 5 years expected break-even inflation rate. Okay, it is very clear cut. Okay, it is coming down as well. So it is coming down as well. So I think like what Larry Williams has mentioned, okay, it has already peaked already. Inflation has already peaked, and the core inflation, okay, will take some time to show it out. Okay, so just give it enough time. Okay, just give it time. Okay, and then it will show. Okay, and again, right now, I believe the Fed will continue as per normal to hike the interest rate. No change. I think no change. So let's take a look at the probability once again. All right. So the Fed, it is still pretty aggressive in their rate hike. So 12 days. So if until now to 2nd November, I think this is the best time if you want to do some trade. Okay, on the day itself, 2nd November, I think I mentioned last week. Don't go and trade it. All the TA will not work. It's going to be very, very volatile from now until 2nd November. If you want to trade, can go and trade, swing trade or what, can go and trade. 2nd November, don't trade. So yeah, so from 3.25% to 4%, 95% probability is going to hike 75 basis point. Okay, so nothing new over here, I said already. Okay, and so everything is clear, can all right, so I talked about the shelter CPI, the Zillow observed rental index. Okay, so everything clear. Okay, just type clear in the comments. All right, so before I move on to the other data that I want to share with you on the macro outlook and some of the historical data over here. Okay, so talking about that, right? Do you guys realize for the past how many weeks? Typically, Friday is a negative day. Okay, will this time be different? And no one wants to hold on Friday, and today is actually Friday. So will today be different? Today, right now, today is actually green. Today is green. Today is green. And the S&P 500 has been lower on Friday for 8 times for the past 10 weeks. Okay, and it was down 5 in a row for the first time since 2017. Do you guys realize that or not? Let me show you some chart over here, then you guys can see clearer some data over here. So this is the thing over here. Can you guys, this data, it is from Carson Research over here. So for the past many weeks, okay, since August 12th until last week, 14th of October, been down. Okay, last 2 weeks, 2 consecutive Friday, it is down, which means that, okay, people or traders or investors or the day traders, they do not want to hold on till next week. They do not want to hold through the weekend because they are pretty unsure what the week is going to come next week, new week coming ahead. Okay, and they want to go through the volatility. So moving forward, okay, if you can see that Friday they are gaining positive, which means that people want to hold through Friday, which means that the sentiment, it is getting better. You can see that over here Friday the sentiment is no good. All these are no good. So moving forward, if you can see that Friday tends to be positive, not so negative, then I would say that the sentiment is getting better. And is today the start of the sentiment? Today is pretty bullish, right? Today is pretty bullish, okay, Ken? All right. So of course, there are always the bearish case and also the bullish case as well. So I mentioned before the bullish case, okay? Seasonals wise, we are in the midst of October towards the start of November and December. I mentioned also before already. I keep repeating, so I don't want to keep repeating. Okay, you should know. And if you are new to me, yeah, seasonals wise, generally, the whole index, okay, October, November, December, it is generally a bullish month. And if comes into the midterm election, it is even more bullish, okay? Even more bullish for October onwards, okay? So, but the bearish case, which I want to share with you guys that, there are sometimes the people are bullish, okay? Bearish case, there are 101 reasons why people are bearish, fundamental data, recession earnings, recession, and all these are there are 101 reasons, okay? But one of the things that I'm also looking at, it is also the market breadth as well. So let's take a look at the S&P 500. Okay, so the other one that I'm looking at is the AD line. This is the advanced decline line. Okay, one of the breadth indicator as well. So it is on trading view. You can just search for AD line, AD advanced decline line over here. Okay, all right. So you guys can see basically advanced decline line is like they compare the number of stocks that's advancing versus the number of stocks that's declining. Okay, declining. Okay, the exact formulas are not important. Like, of course, you guys can go and Google and know about it. Okay, it's not a secret. You can go and research on that. Okay, and you realize that this was the actual swing low in June. This was the swing low in June, and this is another swing low. Okay, so I mark this. Okay, let me try to zoom. Okay, I mark this swing low for the horizontal line, so you guys can see, right? So okay, so right now price is above this horizontal line, correct or not? Correct, can see, but the advanced decline line, okay, so this was the swing low in June, right, over here. So it's over here, over here. So I mark a horizontal line over here, but the advanced decline line is still below this horizontal line over here. So while price has went higher, the advanced decline line is showing a lower. So there's also a divergence. So whether you think this is going to be a bearish case or bullish case for you, okay, you all decide. I'm just sharing with you what I see on the chart, okay? But again, I'm more gravitating towards the bullish side. But once again, I'm not a permanent bull or permanent bear. I can go either way, okay? Can? All right. So this is one thing, and based on the seasonals wise, I mentioned last week also already for seasonals. Let's use SPY, okay? SPY. So this is the seasonals data over here. October tend to be a bullish month. So can you see over here? This is the seasonals. October, we should be more towards the bullish side, but we are slightly behind time, okay, based on the seasonal. Okay, it should start to go higher, but right now market it is still uncertain. All right, so as I mentioned, yeah, so these are some of the macro things that I talk to you. So let's go to the S&P 500, right? So as of today, all right, the Vivix, it is still negative, negative over here. Vivix ratio, it is still negative. All right, so as I mentioned, for those who just joined, do give me a like, share, or comments if you find this useful. So as I mentioned, right, the Telegram channel is something that I always post. You should always subscribe to our channel to let you have the latest data and no, over here, sorry. Yeah, I think some of you might miss it, right? I mentioned on October 18, doesn't look right to me. Vivix divergence and such. Okay, so this is the one that I mentioned. So the Vivix divergence, okay, I show you. All right, so Vivix versus the SPY. All right, so this was the one that let me know why something is not right. I think there might be new people over here. So if you don't understand, never mind. All right, just bear with me. You watch my Facebook Live a few more times, you should roughly know. Okay. All right. So you see over here, there is a divergence. Okay. So at the bottom is the S&P 500. On top is the Vivix. All right. While the market, it is going up over here. Okay. The Vivix is coming down. So that's the reason why I wanted to short. Something's not right. Something to short, or rather, if you have long position, you should at least be careful of your long position or to take some profit. Okay, so as of now, it is still negative, but you need to realize that this Vivix ratio on the trading view, it is a delayed timing. It is not the live one. So there might be some lag time, maybe about 15 minutes or so. Okay, so the night is still young over here. Okay, so this was the clear divergence that I mentioned over here. So essentially, for those who are new over here, all right, the Vivix ratio basically is like an overbought or oversold indicator. Okay, at the top, it is like the complacent. The market is complacent. At the bottom, is like market is very fearful. Can you see that over here, that during the 2020 COVID crash, okay, the Vivix also dive to a low over here, right? Dive to a low over here. All right. So when the market generally advances, the Vivix ratio should advance also as well. And when there is also a kind of a longer term divergence, you should also be careful. Right over here, okay, there's a divergence while the index is making a higher high, the Vivix ratio is making a lower low. I don't know how many times, okay, I don't know how many times this Vivix ratio has been kind of pretty spot on in giving me the signal already. If you agree in what I say about this Vivix ratio, if you find it useful, okay, just type VV as well in the comments. I don't know how many times already, okay, it gives me a very good signal over here. And as I mentioned, the things I'm sharing with you right now, okay, is worth thousands of dollars that nobody is going to share with you, okay? All right, and I'm sharing with you free. And a lot of times, at this moment in time, I don't see any Singapore trainers out there that's openly sharing with you, except Bini Ong. Of course, Bini Ong is one of the trainers that shared this Vivix ratio to me also. Credit must be given to her, but she shared it to her own student only. It's only, I mentioned last week, I tried to explore further and deeper, okay? Then I think it's pretty good that I share with you guys, okay? And if you find it useful, give me a like, share, or comments, okay? All right, Ken? So once again, this ratio as of now is still showing divergence for the market. It is up, or the market is up, or the market is up today, okay? The Vivix is still down. So still be cautious, okay? So Tracy is asking, the Vivix ratio fearful over, so the market will down. I do understand your question. So the market will down. Okay, so it depends on the index now. Generally, the market is down, the Vivix should be coming down. So what I want to see is the divergence. Like for example, like market is down, the ratio is up, or the ratio is down, the market is up, that kind. So divergence, all right. So okay, so enough of the Vivix over here. So let me go back to this naked chart over here on the S&P 500. So I want to show you something interesting over here is this, okay? So moving next week, okay, as I mentioned, October month should be, we are towards the end of October already. So moving forward, next week also, is the market going to go higher or not? Do you guys, what do you guys think? Next week, do you think the market is going to go higher or go lower, okay? If it's going to go higher, type higher. If it's going to go lower, you just type lower. Okay? Just answer me, entertain me. Next week only, next week onwards. Okay? I think for those who have been following me, you should know that I have this proprietary indicator that allows me to kind of spot the top and bottom. Okay? So the signal is flashing again. It's flashing again for the Nasdaq futures over here. Again, I won't be telling you what proprietary indicator is that. Okay, this is just a star over here. Okay, the star can move on now. Okay, this is not the actual indicator over here. All right, so this is the Nasdaq weekly chart. Nasdaq weekly chart. So I can see the chart. Let me see the comments. A lot of people think it's going higher. Wow, a lot of people think it's going higher. All right. So anyway, the signal once again, this week is also flashing a signal. Again, I want to mention, right, this spotting the low indicator, my proprietary star indicator, okay, previously it spot the low over here, okay, Nasdaq futures, okay, spot the low over here, and this time it's spotting the low over here, and as in not spotting, as in it flashes a signal to me, okay. Okay, Faith is saying dead cat bounce. I don't care if it's dead cat bounce or what, because I'm a swing trader. It could be a dead cat bounce, possibly, okay? But I want to let you know that this tells me that there could be a potential bounce. Potential doesn't mean that I'm right, potential, okay? And again, it does not tell me the magnitude. I repeat, it does not tell me the magnitude, okay? It could just, rebound higher a little bit, okay, and then come back down, possible, okay? But the signal is flashing again. So, for example, over here, a dead cat bounce, come down again, but it's still a bottom, okay? Short-term bottom, relief rally, dead cat bounce, whatever you call it, okay? It also a bounce over here. So this time around, will be different, okay? Up to you to decide. I'll be watching, in fact, I really closed my short position. I'm trying to see whether there's a signal to go long next week. And previously, before that, the previous signal was actually here. Okay, these are star signal way back in 2018. So at the time point, okay, not exactly the low, but somewhere near, and then the market continued to go higher. Again, I tell you, it does not tell you the magnitude of course, in this case, okay, this was pretty near the absolute bottom, and then price just rally all the way. All right, for the S&P 500 wise, yeah, it also flashes the signal over here, potential. Previously, here doesn't flash a signal over here. All right. Other than that, previously, yes, it is back to 2016 again. It flashes the signal, and this was the absolute low. Of course, I repeat, Alex didn't say this is definitely going to rebound. I did not say that it is going to rebound. It is just what the signal flashes to me. We still need a trigger to go in. So will this sound different? I don't know. If disclaimer, everything okay, clear, okay, clear. My disclaimer, just type okay in the comments. Alex did not say this is going to be the absolute bottom. I just say that there is potentially, there could be a bottom over here, potentially, and it coincides with the seasonals that I'm looking more for price action to go long rather than to go short, okay? Because price has been coming down for a long time already, okay? So this is the S&P 500. Let me go back to the daily time frame. All right, so yeah, so looking at that, and also I mentioned to you that you guys should also take a look at the 2-day time frame instead of looking at daily time frame. Okay, take a look at 2-day time frame. Okay, something that's not so common. If you realize on the 2-day time frame, there was a, is it wash and rinse? Previously, is it QQQ or what? QQQ thing, I think so. Sorry, it's not 2-day. 2-day is also good. Okay, 2-day can also take a look at different perspective, but like the weekly time frame, weekly time frame for the Nasdaq. All right, it is actually, there is a wash and rinse also as of now, which I think this wash and rinse should be successful. Okay, it should hold because today is Friday already, and we are already 12 a.m. just a few more, unless the market drastically sell down within the next few hours. So over here, right, this is the wash bar over here, okay, and then this is the rinse bar for this week. So potentially, there could be a wash and rinse pattern, and market could potentially go high. Potentially, again, I did not say that it might go higher. At the end of the day, you still need to drill down to the daily time frame. Okay, you realize that, can you see over here, the weekly time frame, right? This horizontal line, okay, is the wash line over here. Wash line over here. All right, and then you drill down to the daily time frame. The market just sort of somewhere near the wash line and just hold it there. Okay, all right. And if you take a look at the 2-day time frame, is there anything? Nothing much over here, but you know, there was also a wash and rinse on the 2 days. Okay, and then price go higher. It is still staying above this wash and rinse pattern over here. So yeah, my view is that we can look more towards on the right side next week. Okay, this is just my personal opinion. I'm looking towards more of the bullish case next week over here. And of course, if the Vivix ratio can turn positive, then that will be the best lah. Okay, that would be the best. All right. So Henry said that look like this Friday is different. Dow is up 400 points. So yeah, right now Dow is up 1.45%. Dow is up 1.45%. Very bullish. Okay, clear? All right. So fantastic. So I think, you know, the Nasdaq wise, the S&P wise, let me drill down to the normal day time frame over here. Remove that. Okay. So yeah. So on the daily time frame, as I mentioned, right, I'm more looking toward the upside potential over here, but you need to know, based on what I always mention. Okay, right now we are still below the central pivot range over here. Okay, you can see this green dotted line. We are still below that, so be careful. Even though I'm more bullish next week, but objectively wise, we are still in a downtrend. We are still in a downtrend. Okay, I'm just trying to catch the bottom. So if you catch the bottom, you need to put in the stop loss and such. So be careful on that. All right. So no change on the longer term time frame. Okay, we are still in a downtrend. Okay, this is the cloud bar plus the pivot point indicator. Below the cloud, no change. We are still in a downtrend. No Nasdaq, no change. Okay, we are still in a downtrend. We are still in a downtrend. Okay, we are still in a downtrend. We are still in a downtrend. No change. Now we are still in a downtrend also. No change at all. So long term wise, we are still in a downtrend. All right. Okay. And looking at that, okay, yeah, so right now we have about 210 people in the room. Just another small announcement to make in case you just join us, okay? We have this Market Insights Virtual Summit that's coming up next week. I post a link in the comment in case you are new to here. Market Insights Virtual Summit. All right, so do register for this event over here. Okay. I forget to let you know the program. Oh yes, program important. The program is out already. Okay, the topic is out already. So let me try to zoom in over here. So Jay Tun, Jin Rong, Terence, Royston, Alvin will be speaking on Saturday. Jay, all right, the topic is trade your way to profit, how to win in this rising interest rate environment and heightened market volatility. All right, Jin Rong from IG Market. If you've been watching our summit before, you know Jim always give a lot of data, a lot of cool macro insights, right? So he'll be sharing with you, are we nearing the bear market bottoms? I'm sure he'll share you a lot of data and insights as well. Terence Tan from Impossible Investors, okay, this time he's going to share something different, okay? How to use option, okay, to create a risk-neutral portfolio, okay? So it's something new, okay? You should watch this as well if you're interested in options. Royston, very cool topic over here. How to pinpoint the biggest winner in the next bull run when this market crash is over. Okay, Alvin Chow from Dr. Wealth. All right, should you buy stocks now or never? Okay, or now or wait. Sorry, no, that is now or wait. Should you buy stock now or should you wait? All right. On Sunday, Tom Basso, the keynote speaker, will share with you the all-weather portfolio in 2022 and beyond. Ethan from IG Market will share with you IG knockout. This is something you can keep your risk level very low, so you have a maximum loss. IG knockout is something a new product from IG as well. All right, Joe Augustine. Okay, I'm sure many of you know him as the former DJ and also the very famous MC as well. So he has been trading FX also. He will share with you a human guide to the most anti-human activity in the world. I believe you could link it with the Forex as well. And also we have Colleen, Chris Long, and Chris Long, the spelling is wrong. Okay, never mind. Okay, Qi Yi, all right, tokenized exchange CEO, right, doing a fireside chat. Okay, crypto as a crossroad. Will the bull market ever come again? Interesting fireside chat. Do listen to them. And also James Yeo from Small Cap Asia, how to profit from value stocks during the market crash. So if you are a longer term investor, you want to choose, the value stocks, momentum stocks, or dividend value also, he'll be a session for you to watch. Okay, so once again, do register for this event. Just click register now and you are good to go. And you also get access to our lucky draw if you register. Okay, you don't need to buy anything, register, you stand a chance to win and also get access to this ultimate ETF trading cheat sheet and this bonus video. Okay, so once again, I'll post the link in the comments. Okay, and then also subscribe our Telegram channel on YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, all right, just smash the like button and also subscribe to our channel. Okay, as I mentioned, the Telegram channel, I share a lot of things that is time sensitive. I cannot post it on Facebook and also on email also. All right, like this are very clear cut. Okay, commentary I'll just post it on Telegram channel. All right, can Okay, so trade ideas actually no change now. Okay, so the matter for this until November, it is still pretty bearish. So since last week I mentioned about the silver, copper, gold, platinum, right? Okay, gold, all right, since last week it has been down all the way lah. Okay, of course today rebounded. Silver they also rebounded, but previously, okay, it was also down pretty much. Okay, all right, it was also down. Yeah, copper was also down as well. All right. So how many of you actually, actually shorted the metals? If you shorted, right, just type me in the comments. Okay. For me, I didn't short the metals. I cannot find a trigger to do so. I cannot find a trigger to do so. Right. So what did I mention last week? Last week I mentioned about my trade that I mentioned about CHF JPY, right? All right. So not too bad. So yeah. Okay, I take profit on that. I think today USD JPY there's an intervention, is it? So let me see. USD JPY dollar yen. Yeah, I think there's also a intervention also. So let me check the SMS. So the SMS that I received from CMC is that, yeah, so speculation of a possible intervention on the dollar yen. So this caused, I think, the sudden sell off today also. All right. So last week I also mentioned about gasoline, right? My trade ideas on the one that I traded, gasoline. Is it over here? Yeah, gasoline also not too bad, right? So yeah, so also down. So I really also taken profit also over here. The one that I lost the trade is actually AUD and ZB dollar, not dollar, Kiwi, no, Aussie Kiwi. Yeah, so I tried to long over here and I got stop out over here. All right, so yeah, one losing trade. Okay, overall I'm still not too bad. Okay, not too bad. So yes, and for this week, okay, I actually don't have much to trade. No signal coming in there for the FX. So I only traded the USD CHF, dollar Swiss also. So yeah, yeah. So I enter somewhere around here. Okay, then I exited at the swing high over here. So this is just a quick swing trade over here. Yeah, because of the intervention, the dollar, okay, and all this. Okay, today the forex has a very pretty volatile movement over here on the dollar. So and yeah, silver wise, copper, gold, platinum, still no change. Okay, I'm not sure how it goes, but based on seasonals wise, okay, can you see that? Or like for example, I just use gold as an example here. Go. All right, go. All right. So generally from October to December, October to November, it is generally still a downtrend. So price action wise, it is still a downtrend. So metal wise, okay, we can look for opportunity to go short. Okay, for metals, continue to try to go short. If you believe that the inflation has also peaked, okay, it's in line with the inflation theme, in line with the thesis that inflation has peaked, okay. All right, and another one to share with you is that lumber, okay, lumber, the wood, lumber, okay, lumber, it is this LUMBR, lumber. It is not so conventional, okay, it's not so conventional, all right, it's not so conventional, but typically you can see that lumber, okay, in October onwards, mid-October, you can see that the seasonals wise, it tends to go higher, right? Lumber, LUMB, lumber. So October, it tends to go higher. And if you take a look at the lumber chart is actually LBS on TradingView, Random Length Lumber Futures over here, okay? LB. Okay, so can you see that lumber has been gaining strength recently? Okay, lumber, so it has been in a downtrend. Okay, ever since the inflation theme peaked, right? So lumber was the first one to come down, also of the first one. Okay, all right, and then it is starting to go higher. Yeah. Oh yes, you remember Pei Wen. S&P down 2% and up 2% will be up the following week, correct? Okay, so this is based on the data as well, right? Last week I mentioned, right? So yeah, this is one of the, also the bullish. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, so S&P down, okay. Yeah, it was up over the next week and month all 4 times. So this is the bullish case as well, right? Okay, yeah, sorry, digress a bit. Okay, back to lumber. So you can see that it has been in a downtrend. So generally, the lumber get resisted by the central pivot range. It broke above one time, okay, but come down. Resisted by the CPR, resisted by the CPR, resisted by CPR. Okay, this month was the first month. Okay, it actually go above the central pivot range. Okay, central pivot range. And moving forward to November, we can look for opportunity to go long lumber. Of course, you might be asking, this is lumber futures. How can I take advantage of that? The closest you can find, I think based on ETF, is actually wood. It's actually wood. Okay, it's the wood. So this is actually based on the timber and forestry ETF. So not exactly same price movement as the lumber ETF. Okay, but back to back, okay, it is almost the same. If you look at the correlation, right, it is not exactly the same, but very close. So if you add in this correlation coefficient, oops, this, okay. So maybe I do the lumber here first, okay, lumber is this, okay, lumber. Remove this. Longer term wise, wood, okay, wood. All right, so based on the correlation for the past 200 days, okay, 200 days, let's try 200 days, okay. You can see that it has a pretty high correlation. So above 0.5, okay, it is pretty moving in tandem. Of course, if the ratio is 1, is 1, which means that it moved exactly the same in tandem, okay. Of course, above 0.5, generally in tandem, all right. And of course, you can look at the 50 days midterm wise, okay. All right, there are certain times they are not in tandem, but generally you can see that most of the time, okay, it is correlated, okay. Non-correlated, much fewer times, okay. So if you want to take advantage of that, you can use the wood ETF, or if you are using CFD, okay, some CFD brokers, they have lumber contract for you to trade as well, okay. Of course, IG, they also have lumber, okay. So of course, IG is our sponsor for the event, okay. So you guys can see, right? Okay, so can take a look at the chart. This is a IG trading platform. So if you search for lumber, they also have CFD for you to trade. So add to workspace over here. So yeah, can you see that lumber? They also have this thing for the trade. So it move in tandem with the real futures. Okay, so this is another options also. All right, so a few choice. You can use the CFD provider to trade the lumber, okay, or use ETF WOD as a proxy. Not exactly the same, but as a proxy. Okay, if you understand this, okay, just type wood in the comments. That's the closest I can think of. Okay, I'm not sure is there anything closer to the real lumber futures now. Okay, I don't advise that you go and trade directly the lumber futures because I think most of you guys don't really trade the real futures. Okay, don't really trade the real futures. So this is one non-equities. Okay, for myself, if I wanted to trade equities for the coming week, right, I would just trade directly S&P 500 ETF, okay, or the Nasdaq ETF, that's the SPY or the QQQ, okay. So yeah, I think that's about it for today in terms that I wanted to talk about. So basically, metals are still bearish, okay. Lumber, it is bullish. Okay, lumber is bullish. All right, for the month of October to November. Okay, so you can use proxy as the wood ETF over here. Okay, or you can trade CFD. But so as of now, any question? I can take on some question before I end my Facebook Live today. So right now we are still on time, just slightly below the 1 hour mark. All right. So Henry is asking, right, with the resignation of the Liz Truss really impact the market, will the pound drop? Actually, not much reaction. Actually, there's no reaction for the pound. Pound wise, Henry, yeah. So you can see that, nothing. Not much reaction. All right. So no need to worry. Not much reaction. Not much reaction on that. Okay. This one. Right. Not much reaction. Okay, nothing much reaction. Can. And if you take a look at the dollar index right now, yeah, dollar index is actually not looking strong. Okay, so which bode well for the indices as well. So it tends to have a negative correlationship with the stock market. So if the indices if the dollar index can fall, okay, it might signal a better times for the stock market. And you can see that for the dollar index, okay, all right. Technically, you can see that every time it touches the central period range over here at the start of the year, okay, it always rebounded, okay, dropped slightly above, after it crossed above, rebounded again, but this time round, it is a bit different, okay, it dropped below the CPR, okay, rebounded, okay, but then it hover at the CPR, it does not have the strength to go higher anymore. And if you look at the divergence or RSI indicator, there is also a divergence over here. While, okay, not divergence. Actually is no divergence. Actually, it's not forming higher high, but nevertheless, I say wrong info. Okay, just purely looking at price action. Okay, it is actually not looking very strong. All right, so yeah, I expect price to go higher, but price just hover there, and I suspect within the coming weeks or so, price might come down. The dollar index might come down, and if that comes down, okay, the that will be a better times for the indices. Let's take a look at the SPY. Let's do a comparison over here. Okay, so can you see over here? All right, while the dollar index is coming up, the S&P is going down. So far, it has a negative correlationship. All right, Ken. So yes, on this, let me see question. Darius is asking, right? Can you trade real futures for oil? Yes, I can, but I don't really trade real futures. Normally, I just use CFD to trade. And if I want, okay, I also just use the USO ETF to trade. Okay, USO ETF, USO of or the CFD to trade. Yeah, I don't really trade the real futures. Okay. Divergence on the weekly, Yang say, let's take a look at the dollar index. Okay. Thank you so much for your input, Yang. So let's take a look at the weekly. Yes, on the weekly, there is a divergence. So can you see that while it is forming a higher high, the RSI is forming a lower. So it actually already give out the signal over here. This is a divergence indicator on TradingView. Okay. All right. So it really give out the signal. That's the divergence. All right. So any other questions? So just a very quick recap over here. I mentioned over here previously like what I mentioned last week. Okay, last week I mentioned that while the SPY down 2%, up 2%, very volatile. Okay, all right. So it was up next week and month all 4 times. Okay, and S&P 500 tend to outperform in the 12 months following midterm election. And not only that, okay, my proprietary indicator, all right, for the index, okay, like the Nasdaq, okay, it is showing me a signal, all right, that it could be a short-term bottom. How high it can go, I don't know. It can be just a short-term bottom and then head back down, I don't know. Or it can go just go like that. So yeah, and this is previously the bottom is pretty accurate. So I'm looking for an opportunity to try to go long. Okay, of course, again, I need to repeat, I am not saying that I'm super bullish. I'm just saying that I'm looking for opportunity to go long, gravitate towards the bullish side. Can? All right. So any other question? Any other question before I end it a day? I call it a day. So once again, I just want to urge you guys, right now we have about 176 people, near 200 people, okay? The Market Insights Virtual Summit, do register for the summit. I'll post the link once again in the comments. Do subscribe to our Telegram channel, all right, and YouTube channel as well. As I mentioned, Telegram channel, I always post some updated news that, time sensitive that I cannot post on Facebook and also on email also, all right? So do register for it and subscribe on it, okay? And the program is out already, all right? Interesting topic over here. Do register for this event. So the event will start on 10 a.m. and will be ending on 5:30 p.m. for the 2 weekend, as for the 1 weekend, Saturday and Sunday. All right. Darius is asking, nothing much on volume profile for this time around, because I already mentioned previously, right? I think last time around, somewhere around the low, if price want to go down lower, but if want to drill down on this recently the volume profile, nothing much, okay? So if you want to see is on the longer term time frame, which I mentioned previously before also. So from the swing low to the swing high over here, S&P 500, if market really do come down, okay, I mentioned before, the 3360 will be the one to watch lah, okay, will be the one to watch, okay, if market really do come down further, okay? All right, 3360. So far, it's not happening lah. So we will see how it goes. I don't want to go so far ahead lah. Okay. So in terms of daily time frame, like here, okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's use the fixed volume profile again. From here to here. All right. Yeah. Okay. It is exactly doing the same thing also. Can you see that? It actually hit. Can you see over here? All right. Where is the highest volume transacted? Okay. Can you see the point of control or not? Over here, right? 3640. All right. 3640 over here. And today, the S&P 500, what is the low? Okay. 3641. Somewhere there, very close really. It just rebounded. It touched the volume profile, point of control, and then reverse back up. So this is another bullish case. Okay. At one glance, if you see a cluster of candles over here, you roughly know where is the highest volume transacted, somewhere around here one. So your price hit there and rebounded. So yeah, and if you realize for the S&P 500, okay, on the daily time frame, today it is also a wash and rinse. Today is also a wash and rinse, okay? Wash and rinse. For the Nasdaq wise, all right, it doesn't show, but the S&P, it is a wash and rinse based on the daily time frame. All right, so another bullish case. Okay, all right, so we shall see how it goes. Any other question? Okay. All right, so I'll just stay on for another 1 minute before we call it a day. Yes, the Vivix is still negative. This is something that it is preventing me for going long right now. Oh yeah, talking about Vivix, I forget to show you guys. Okay, 170 people. This is the last one for you guys. Okay, Vivix. All right, my proprietary indicator is also showing a potential bottom for Vivix. Yes, it also works for the Vivix ratio. Okay, so let me take a look at the weekly time frame. Okay. All right, weekly time frame over here. Previously, the best one for the 170 people who still stay on with me. Okay, so Vivix. Okay, as I mentioned, right, if the market goes up, the ratio should also move in tandem, go up, right? Weekly time frame, all right, it also spot some bottom as well. It goes back to 21.6, okay? It flashes a signal over here, the Vivix, okay? And then it go back higher, and Vivix in 2020 COVID crash, it goes higher. There's a star signal over here. And then for this year, it actually flashes trade signal, okay? Here, pretty spot on. Here, pretty spot on also. And now, this week, it is also flashing a signal to me. So again, will it go up? I don't know. So if it goes up next week, as in today is the end of the week already, correct? Okay, so maybe next week, okay, the Vivix potentially might hit higher. Okay, so I don't know. So there are a few clues that potentially then thinks that next week things might get better. All right. Is this thing solid or not? If you think it's solid, okay, just type solid in the comments for the 170 people who stay with me until now. Okay, is it solid? All right. So again, yeah, the star signal also flashes on the Vivix as well. So yeah, based on his historical record, track record, okay, not too bad, okay. So it flashes that it all catches the bottom. I'm also quite amazed as well. So we shall see next week, okay? We shall see next week. Don't quote me, I could be wrong. Don't quote me, I could be wrong. All right, so yes. Yeah, so thank you so much for being with me until now, 1 hour and 10 minutes, okay? If you think I'm giving value, okay, once again, entertain me, just type value in the comments. Just type value in the comments. Right, Ching is asking, right, Vivix is not available in my training view, my subscribe program. Where else can I do it? You can do it, okay? You need to do the ratio. So Vivix, right, just type Vivix there /VIX. All right, then the Vivix is there already. It's there already. Okay? You need to do manually. It is a ratio chart. It's not a default thing, okay? Yeah. All right, so thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, I shall see. Oh, by the way, next week no Facebook Live, no streaming, because next week Saturday is the summit already. So next Friday there is no Facebook Live. Okay, take a break, and I will see you guys next week at the summit on Saturday and Sunday. So meanwhile, enjoy your long weekend. Have a good rest. Have a good night. I will see you guys again on Saturday and Sunday next week. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.